Yo, what up guys, it's Grit Tip. Come to us another formation domination episode. I think today, I'm not too sure if it's a ninth. I don't think it's a ninth episode, not too sure, but it's a new episode. Nonetheless, if you guys are new to the channel, I would really appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button, like the video, and also click the notification bell so you guys won't miss out on any other content. But as you guys see by the title, it is going to be the 4-2-2 formation. This is not my team. Let me just show you guys my team. If you guys are into the channel, I do run an RTG. You know, basically anything and everything of FIFA. I do. This is my team, but just because I also want to complete the objective player, so I am going to be using this formation. But as I said, it is going to be the 4-2-2 formation that we are going to be trying out. I think this team doesn't really matter about the team. I think if you have a good formation and you know how to use it, you should at least be able to dominate your opponent. You might lose, but you would for sure feel comfortable with the formation, dominate the possession, and also, if not win, at least be able to create a lot of chances. And I think that's what matters. That's what I'm gonna be thinking about this formation. I do have a couple of players that are pretty like they're garbage, bro. Like Mandy at the right back, pretty trash. My two center backs are pretty trash. Bakayoko, not that great. Volland, Musa Dembele, also not that great. But let me just show you guys how I'm gonna be playing this formation in the 4-2-2. This is my tactics. So it's gonna be balanced on both offensive and defensive style. And my width is going to be 6 for the attacking, 3 depth. For defensive, 6 for the defensive, width, and 3 depth. And the offensive, I said balance, and 7. So it'll be 1 more than the defensive width. So it'll be 7, while the defensive is 6. And then the players in the box, corners, and free kicks don't even matter for me. I think it's damn near impossible to score a header. So I'd rather just have the least number of players going up, so I won't get hit in the counterattack when too much players go up and I don't win the header. So this is how I'm be playing it. Musa Dembele. Well, let's start out the back. So my defense is going to be the same. Bakayoko on the left CDM, Arangui's right CDM. Musa Dembele out to the right cam. Volland out to the left cam, Perisic and Dembele as my 2 strikers. And in terms of the instructions, literally balance from my right back and my left back, balance on my left cam and right cam as well. My 2 CDMs are going to be cut passing, stay back with attacking, and cover center, whereas my 2 strikers are literally going to be both as just come back on defense, and that's the only thing I'm going to be changing. In game, I am going to be subbing on Bailey instead of Volland, just to have a little bit more pace out wide. And I think Dembele could play out on the right cam. So that's how I'm be playing it. And I'm gonna be able to try to do the objective. And if you guys don't know about this series, I do play 5 games. I usually play 4 to 5 games in terms of the formation reviews. In terms of play review, I do 3 games. In formation review, I like to play 4 or 5 games. The only reason why I don't want to play 3 games, because I think 3 games is a little bit, I think it's just a little bit of games to see how it usually feels. And I don't want to play over 5 games, because if the formation is trash, I'm just going to absolutely be getting smashed every single game. So I do play only 5 games, 4 to 5 games, probably just because this team is not the greatest. I'll probably play 4 games, but if it is really good, I'll probably play 5 games. So yeah guys, I already showed you guys how I play. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go into division rivals and try to get this objective done, and then I'll put the gameplay and show you and tell you guys about its pros and its cons, and if you guys should use this formation. So I'll be right back with the gameplay. Alright guys, I'm back. Finally finished playing my 5 games. Just to start it off, bro, I'm gonna tell you guys, I only played 1 full match, bro. I got 4 rage quits. 1 game I actually played the whole game, 90 minutes. I've won every single one of them. Out of 5 games, I only conceded 2 goals, bro. That was just gonna show you how good this formation is. Like, everybody knows, pro players, everybody knows this formation is beast. But the question is it the best formation in the game? Me personally, I still think the 4-2-3-1 is a little bit better, Why? Just because you got the 3 midfielders that help you defend more. Because this formation is perfect, bro. You know, you got the 2 CDMs that make your defense balanced. You don't really need to take care, or you really don't need to be thinking about that you're gonna get hit in contact with 2 CDMs and your defense. I think you're the 36 defenders, bro. You're good with that. And then you got the 2 wingers, the 2 strikers, which is that's probably the only thing that this formation has on the 4-2-3-1. It just that has 2 strikers, which, you know, you could make those 1-2 plays. You could play off each other. You could have a target man and a really agile playmaker to make a good duo up top. Whereas the 4-2-3-1, you only have 1 striker, but you have 3 center attacking mids, or 2 wingers, one cam behind the striker. Which the only reason why I like it a little bit better is because the cam could go in more as a getting behind type player, whereas the 2 strikers, they're at the same level, but just that you could play off each other, which is good as well. But I do think this formation, I would say, is the top 2. Me personally, I think the 4-2-3-1 has a little bit of an edge, just because it's more solid in the back. Because with the 2 strikers, yes, you could just have one come back on defense, but the 4-2-3-1 naturally has like the 3 cams, so they're naturally going to be coming down. Whereas this formation, you have to put instructions on players that maybe not have the best stamina. Like me, I had Dembele. I had to have him come back on defense because he has a little bit. He has like lower than 80 stamina. He's like 76 stamina. He was getting tired a lot because he was coming up, coming down. But obviously, having the perfect players, like having good players up top with good stamina, would just be even better. I think this formation, obviously, as I said, it's the top 2, bro. Top 2 formation. Do I think it's still meta? Bro, there's no way. It's not a question. This formation is still meta. This formation, for, you know, maybe for your type of play, it'll probably be way better than the 4-2-3-1. But just because of my type of play, personally, I think the 4-2-3-1 is better. But as I said, you guys still have to try it out. I'm pretty sure all you guys have tried it out. This formation is still meta. This formation could still be debatable whether it's the top number 2 or number 1 formation in the game. You guys should try it out. You know, in Division Rivals, it's a really, really fun squad, or really fun formation, because, well, you got the 4 attackers, bro. It's like you're playing a 4-2-4, but more like, it has more structure to it, where your 2 cams still come down, but they still go up when you have the ball. So it's more structured than the 4-2-4, where the 4-2-4, your wingers are just way too up and you just get hit in the counter attack too much. The cams really, really do help and defend. And you know, it looks like the same thing, like the 4-4-2, the regular 4-4-2 flat, and this 4-4-2-2. It looks like it should have the same structure, but for some reason it kind of doesn't. Like, it feels way better. Maybe just because instead of the center mids it's CDMs, and because of the right mid and left mid, they're not that wide. They're more like, they're still wide, but they're still like a little bit more narrow, and it's just more solid for the in-game to play out. But yeah, I think this formation easily, I think, like me, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are going to be debating in the comment section, but I do think this formation could, like, there's just so many arguments for the 4-2-3-1. There's so many arguments for the 4-2-2. I think it's just the matter of fact how you like to play, what players you like to have, what players you have is more important. Because if you have like I don't know, if you did Diego Costa and then you have, you know, you have Diego Costa and Butragueño, I think this formation would easily be way better for you guys, because as I said, you got the 2 strikers, whereas you have only 1 striker in your formation to change in game. I think the 4-2-3-1 will be a little bit better. But bro, I'm only gonna be spinning around because, as I said, bro, you could argue for whatever formation, the 4-2-3-1 or this formation, because they're just so good. But I think both of them are still meta. I think both of them are the best formations in the game, and I think as long as you know how to use this formation, it'll be good. Like the 4-2-3-1, I would legit say that it doesn't have any cons. I would say the same thing about this formation, but then you could come out with the same things. You could say that the 4-2-3-1 doesn't have the second striker, whereas this formation, you could say, oh, but doesn't have it's not that solid in the midfield. You could say that, but still gonna be really, really good in game. I think the best way to play this formation will probably be exactly like how I did it. The same tactics, the same thing. Have your left cam, left back, right cam, right back. Your all of your wide players, make sure they're balanced. Why? Because you have them balanced, so they're naturally going to be helping themselves go up, and they're both naturally going to be helping themselves go down. So that's why I have it like that. I think the best way as well, the same thing as the 4-2-3-1, at least have two CDMs that both of them the same thing. Stay central, or stay cover center, stay back with attacking, and I forgot the other one, but make sure they're both defensive. But the thing about this formation, or for both formations have the 4-2-3-1, I think it'll be better. Bro, you guys seen the team that I have, bro. You guys legit saw the team that I was using. Legit, the only two players that I was using that were good were Perisic and Dembele. The rest of my squad were literally rare gold players. So I'm just showing you that, and we still smashed all these teams that had way better teams, and they had nothing. I mean, as I said, I only conceded 2 goals the whole 5 games. So I'm looking at that as well. But I think this formation will probably be a little bit better if you would if you have way better players than I had, because they're just rare gold players. You guys should easily have better players than that. But I think, yeah, your wide players, have them balanced. Your 2 CDMs, have them stay back while attacking, cover center, and also make sure one of your center backs are a tank. Like, they're really, really good defensively. They're really good in the air. They're strong. They're tall. They're really good defending, really good passing. And then make sure the other one, that's how I like to play it. Make sure one is really defensive, and make sure one is a really good playmaker. And I think that will be way better, because then he could be distributing the ball to your cams. He could be playmaking for your strikers. And even more a well-rounded CDM, where when he does get a chance to score, he does end up scoring the goal, getting in behind from the CDM position and scoring. That's why I like that. I think the cams don't really need pace. Honestly, as I said, I had a Dembele, which I think has like 81 pace. I was playing him out wide, and he was still really, really good. Because I think as a cam, it'll be better if you have pace, but you don't really need pace, because I said they're cams. They're cams, they're more like playmaking. But the striker, as I said, you could have so much combinations of your strikers. You could have 2 really agile, fast players. You could have 1 really heavy tank player and 1 quick agile player, or you could whatever combination you want. You could even have 2 heavy players, because you got the 2 striker where you could just keep playing off each other, and it'll just be really, really good. And you guys are seeing these highlights. You guys will see when I have the ball out wide, I could easily, like, there was a couple of chances, I think it was like 4 or 5 chances where I legit just hold square to the other post, and then one of my other cams will header it. That's why I think maybe De Bruyne, because he has a little bit pace, he has a height. Maybe even Zlatan Ibrahimovic has a cam, like sort of like the last year 4-2-3-1, where you could just literally center it to the back post and score. You guys, there's just so many chances like that, but then again, it's literally impossible to score a header. So sometimes you score, sometimes you wouldn't. I do have a couple of clips in here where I do score one. There's, I think, a couple that I didn't score, but they're really clear chances. And that's one thing, as I said, when you're in game and you have the ball, whether it's your CDMs, whether it's your right backs, or you're just driving the ball up, you like, look right here, look, you can easily see the structured 4 forwards up top. You can see the 2 strikers a little bit ahead of the right cams, as the cams, and the 2 cams are a little bit wider, and they're a little bit back, so you could play towards them. And then, as I said, bro, I could literally just be talking about so many pros. I can't say any cons, bro. I think, as I said, I I like the more 4-2-3-1 just because it has a little bit more midfield. But I think the 2 strikers is still really overpowered too, because as you guys know, the 4-1-2-2 is really it's popular legit just because of the 2 strikers and the cam. And then you got all that, you got 2 cams, 2 strikers, so you could, bro, I'm literally naming every single thing about this formation, and literally all of them are pros. As I said, I can't even name one con, bro. I can't. It's still good. I think for sure, if you guys haven't tried it out, you guys should easily try this out for division rivals. Just try it out, and I think this easily could be one of the best formations in the game, and you guys should definitely play this in FUT Champions. This formation, as I said, could probably be the best formation in the game. As I said, bro, FIFA pros, pro gamers literally use this formation, so that's how good this formation is. But I mean, I think that's pretty much it, bro. There's nothing you could say about this formation that's bad. Like, I mean, it is really good, bro. I think this formation, if you guys are new to the FIFA community, or for some reason you haven't tried it out, you guys should easily try this out. I think this formation could be the best. And the thing about this formation as well, it's not a formation where like, oh, it's good in counterattacking, oh, it's only good when you have possession. No, it's literally good at everything. You know, you got the 4-4-2 where it's really good in the counterattack. You got the 3 in the back where it's really good in counterattack, where it's just direct football. Or there's 5 in the backs that are pretty good only like in the counterattacks, and really good solidly, where this formation is good at everything. You know, you got the 4 forwards, which makes it really good for the attack. You got the 2 cams, the 2 CDMs, which will make it really solid in the midfield. Not only that, you could play possession with those 4 midfielders, and then having the 2 CDMs in front of your center for your defense obviously would also make it way better for you guys to feel more solid in the ball. You could play the counterattack, you could play possession, you could play direct football, you could even play crosses, bro. Just as you guys see in some of the highlights, I was crossing it and I was winning a couple of headers, but they were not going in. But as I said, you get a better target man than Perisic. Maybe you get Joe Costa, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, maybe an icon, Miroslav Klose, or something like that. You could easily be playing whatever. You could dictate this formation the way you want to play, like legit. And the same thing goes for the 4-2-3-1. That's why I said, personally, I would go for 4-2-3-1, but I think they're literally so similar. Literally, the only difference is just instead of, I mean, it's almost legit the same. How is it the same? Because you got to, instead of the extra cam, you got a striker, but that center cam that you have in the 4-2-3-1 actually kind of plays like a striker, because he gets in behind so well that he plays a little bit more as a striker, but it's more structuralized where he's a cam. But when you have the ball, he gets in behind so much that he's literally almost a striker. So that's why I think these formations are so similar. As I said, this is still meta. This is probably the best formation in the game, as I said. I mean, I'm just gonna keep saying that because it literally is, bro. You guys should easily or simply just play this formation once, and you're gonna fall in love with it. As I said, it probably is the best formation in the game. But this was the last clip where this guy just ended up rage quitting out of nowhere. But what I'm gonna do, I'll go back to the menus and talk to you guys a little bit about the formation, and then I'll end the video. So I'll be right back with the live commentary. Alright guys, I'm back. As you guys see, this was literally the team I was playing with. It's not even that good, but just because I was playing the 4-2-2, bro, it was absolutely dominating the team. Bro, you guys saw the team I was playing. I came up against someone who had Prime Figo, bro. Prime Figo, which is probably more expensive than my whole team. Absolutely demolished him. It's not even, I don't even think it should be a debate. I think you guys should easily try this formation now. I think you guys will fall in love with it. I think it's literally like, bro, whatever you like to play. You like to play counterattack, you like to play direct football, you like to play possession, whatever style you like to play. I think this formation will be perfect for you guys, because you could legit dictate this formation however you like to play it. And also, it doesn't even matter what players you have. You have maybe you have like, I don't know, you have just you have Giroud, you have Zlatan, and then you have Diego Costa. You have 3 heavy players. Well, guess what, bro? You could play one of them in cam, and you could literally just keep centering to the back post, and you could just play like that. You could, like, bro, any type of player, any type of play style you play within this formation, it's that good, bro. It's that good. Whatever team you have, whatever form or whatever playing style you like to play, it's just gonna be good. It's the same thing as a 4-2-3-1. You might think one is better than the other, but they're both good because you could play whatever style you like to play with, and it's gonna feel really, really good in everything and everything, bro. Whether possession, defending, does it feel solid? Does it feel good? Counterattack, does it feel good having the possession? And it does, bro. Look at this team, bro, and I was just absolutely smashing everybody. I had 4 rage quits. I only played one game with 90 minutes. Ended up winning 4-1. And just look at this team, bro. I ended up just subbing Bailey, and then sometimes I was subbing Atal, the right back. But I think I only subbed him in like 3 games, not too sure. But I did end up subbing him in a couple of games. But still, it still matter, bro. I'll say it's. I mean, now that I'm thinking about it, bro, I probably think the 4-2-3-1 and the 4-2-2 are literally in the same place, bro. Same first place. Like, one of them doesn't have an edge on the other. One of them doesn't have a con over the other. No, none of them have a pro over the other. I think they're legit the same thing, just a little bit different. Just because one has a cam and one has another striker, I think they're legit the same thing. But yeah, guys, if this did help you guys out about if this formation is still meta, if this formation is good at all, if this formation is beast, if this formation you guys should try it out, how you guys should try it out, but the tactics, instructions, I told you guys that. But if this did help you guys out, click that like button before you guys won't miss out on any other content. Click the like button. Click the notification bell and the sub button. But it's been your boy Grit Tip. I'll be back, guys. Peace.